Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, rumors, and strategic moves. But right now, the buzz around the Philadelphia Eagles is hotter than ever. Everyone's talking about what the Eagles might do next to strengthen their roster, especially on defense, where after that incredible Super Bowl run in 2024, fans are eager to see the team continue its dominance. And one name keeps popping up in conversations among insiders and fans alike: Trey Hendrickson. Could the Eagles really pull the trigger and add him to their already talented defensive line? Well, let's dive into it. First, let's set the stage. The Eagles, as many of you already know, had one of the most electrifying defenses during the Super Bowl run. Their relentless pass rush was arguably the key to defeating the Kansas City Chiefs, especially with the way they constantly pressured Patrick Mahomes. Remember that game? The way the front seven was flying around, sacking Mahomes multiple times, disrupting the entire offensive rhythm of Kansas City. It was a sight to behold, a testament to how well-rounded and aggressive the Eagles' defense can be when everything clicks. And here's the big but, the NFL is a league that's always evolving. Heading into 2025, the Eagles face some notable challenges on that front. Firstly, the loss of Josh Sweat to injury cast a shadow over their pass rush depth. Sweat, who's been a vital part of their defensive line, tore his Achilles during off-season workouts, and that's a blow that can't be ignored. His explosiveness and pass-rushing ability are hard to replace overnight. Then there's Nolan Smith, the talented linebacker and edge rusher drafted in 2023, who's been battling injuries himself. Smith showed flashes of brilliance last season, but he's still young and needs more development. Now, with these setbacks, the Eagles are looking at their young talent, Moro Ojomo, a 7th-round pick from 2023, and Jalix Hunt, a 3rd-rounder from 2024. Both have potential, but as any fan knows, projecting rookies and second-year players to be immediate impact players is always a gamble. Ojomo, for example, has shown promise with his strength and motor, but consistency and technique are areas he needs to improve. Hunt, on the other hand, is a versatile player who can rush the passer and drop into coverage, but he's still raw and needs seasoning. This is where the potential addition of Trey Hendrickson becomes so intriguing. Hendrickson, currently with the Cincinnati Bengals, is a proven pass rusher in the NFL. He's been a double-digit sack artist for the last few seasons, and even with some injury concerns, his production remains impressive. What makes him even more attractive for the Eagles is his contractual situation. Hendrickson is in a contract standoff with the Bengals, which means he might be available via trade if the price is right. The Eagles, under general manager Howie Roseman, have a knack for striking deals that bolster their roster, especially when it comes to adding veteran talent that can make an immediate impact. Remember how the Eagles acquired A.J. Brown in 2022? That move was a game-changer, giving Jalen Hurts a true #1 receiver and boosting their offense to new heights. A similar move on defense, especially adding a player like Hendrickson, could have a comparable effect. His presence on the edge would provide a veteran leader, a consistent pass-rushing threat, and someone who can elevate the entire defensive line's performance. And let's not forget, the Eagles have recently cleared some cap space. They traded away edge rusher Rashad Penny and restructured contracts to free up funds. This strategic cap maneuvering shows that the front office is serious about making a splash this offseason. Adding Hendrickson would be a case of the rich getting richer, as they say, and it's a move that could push the Eagles even closer to Super Bowl glory. Now, some may wonder, what about the impact on the locker room? Hendrickson is a seasoned veteran who's been around the league long enough to bring leadership and experience. His work ethic and professionalism are well respected, and he'd fit right into the Eagles' culture of toughness and relentless pursuit of excellence. Plus, with young players like Jalix Hunt and Mauro Ajomo learning behind him, Hendrickson could serve as a mentor, helping develop the next generation of pass rushers. But it's not just about the present. Looking ahead, the Eagles are building a team that's championship caliber, not just for 2025, but for the foreseeable future. Their core offense is already stacked with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Dallas Goedert. On defense, they're adding pieces every year, and this offseason might just be the perfect opportunity to lock in a top-tier pass rusher like Hendrickson. Adding him not only boosts the pass rush, but also sends a message to the rest of the league. The Eagles are all in, and they're not satisfied with just one Super Bowl appearance. They want to dominate the NFC for years to come. Now, let's listen to some insights from Vic Fangio, their defensive coordinator. Fangio, known for his complex defenses and ability to maximize pass rush, has expressed confidence in the players currently on the roster. Despite the offseason departures and injuries, Fangio feels good about Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, and other young pass rushers. He's mentioned that players like Uch and Azeez Ojulari, who are returning from injuries, will be vital pieces. Fangio's words carry weight because he's a defensive mastermind, and if he believes in the guys he's got, that's a sign that the Eagles' defense will be competitive again in 2025. However, the addition of Hendrickson would be a clear upgrade, especially in a league where every sack, every pressure, can be the difference between a win and a loss. Having a veteran like him, with his relentless motor and ability to get to the quarterback, could be exactly what the Eagles need to push their defense over the top. Imagine Hendrickson lining up opposite Hassan Reddick or Brandon Graham, creating a fearsome pass-rushing duo that opposing offenses will have to game plan around. That kind of talent and depth can turn the tide in close games, especially during playoff pushes. And speaking of young talent, the Eagles are also doing their homework on the draft and free agency for future stars. Cameron Williams, a promising offensive tackle, has been making waves. While he might not be ready to contribute immediately, his technical issues and need for development are clear. His physical tools and upside are undeniable. With proper coaching, he could develop into a starter, and the Eagles are known for nurturing talent through their coaching staff, especially under the guidance of offensive line guru Jeff Stoutland. Williams' potential is exciting, and having him sit and learn behind experienced players like Lane Johnson could be a boon for their offensive line in the coming years. On the injury front, the Eagles have had their share of setbacks. Nakobe Dean, their promising linebacker, suffered a torn patellar tendon during the playoffs last season. That injury is serious, and as Vic Fangio mentioned, Dean won't be back on the field anytime soon. It's a tough setback, but the Eagles have a deep linebacker core, and with Jeremiah Trotter stepping up, they're adjusting. Still, Dean's absence is felt, and it underscores the importance of adding experienced players like Hendrickson to stabilize their pass rush. Now, shifting gears a little, let's talk about their NFC East rivals. The Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders are all making moves of their own, but the Eagles remain the team to beat. Their roster, with the added depth and talent, is poised to defend their division crown and make another deep playoff run. And with the potential trade for Hendrickson, they're sending a message: we're here to dominate. Looking at the broader picture, the NFC landscape is shaping up to be fiercely competitive. The San Francisco 49ers, the Detroit Lions, and the Dallas Cowboys are all loaded. But the Eagles' combination of star power, coaching excellence, and strategic moves like potentially acquiring Hendrickson could give them an edge. Remember, in the NFL, it's often the team with the most relentless pass rush that triumphs in January. The Eagles know that, and they're doing everything in their power to ensure they have that advantage once again. So, what does this all mean for us, the fans? It means exciting times ahead. The offseason is where teams set the foundation for their future success, and the Eagles are making bold moves. The possibility of adding Hendrickson isn't just about numbers, it's about mentality, leadership, and championship mindset. It's about reinforcing the belief that the Eagles are not satisfied with just being good. They want to be great, and they're willing to make the tough decisions to get there. And let's not forget, the fan base is fired up. Every time the Eagles make a move, it feels like a statement is being made. That passionate, loyal support is what makes Philadelphia football special. The city lives and breathes Eagles football, and every offseason move, every draft pick, and every trade speculation feeds into that energy. The hope, the anticipation, the desire to see this team bring another Super Bowl trophy home, it's all part of what makes being an Eagles fan so incredible. Now, to wrap it up, we're all eagerly watching to see if Howie Roseman pulls the trigger on this potential trade. The Eagles have the assets, the cap space, and the motivation to make a splash. If they do, it could very well be the move that pushes them over the top and keeps them in the conversation as Super Bowl contenders for years to come. The NFC East is changing, and the Eagles are right in the middle of that storm, ready to seize their next opportunity. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we're here to cover every single moment with you. Thanks for being part of this journey, and as always, go Birds.